wide open. Dogwood's peace was shattered, but the story wasn't over. Sheriff Growler was about to wake up. Morning came and Sheriff Growler began his patrol, tail wagging. As he passed the bank, his nose twitched. Something was off. He sniffed the air, a mix of cat fur and trouble. Inside, the bank manager, Mr. Nutters, was frantic. "Sheriff, the vault's empty, all the money is gone!" Sheriff Growler examined the scene. He found a piece of black fur and a small, muddy paw print. "Aha, sly boots!" he barked. The clues were clear, only one cat in town was this sneaky. The townspeople gathered, worried and upset. Sheriff Growler promised to catch the thief and bring back their savings. He knew Sly Boots was clever, but he was determined. The hunt was on. Sheriff Growler thought hard. How do you outsmart a cat? He needed a plan, not just speed. The town depended on him. He gathered his deputies and got to work. Sly Boots wouldn't get far, not in Dogwood. Sheriff Growler's nose never failed him. The chase for justice had begun, and Dogwood's hope rested on one very good dog. Sheriff Growler knew chasing Sly Boots wouldn't work. He needed a clever trap. He called for yarn, every color, every ball in town. His deputies wrapped the yarn around lampposts, mailboxes, and across the square, creating a giant web. The final touch, tying the yarn to the bell tower. That night, they waited outside Sly Boots' hideout, hidden in the bushes. The town was silent, the trap set. Sly Boots, thinking he was safe, prepared to escape with his loot. He opened the shed door. The yarn pulled tight, ringing the bell. Bong! 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 The whole town woke up. Sly Boots tried to run, but the yarn tangled around his paws. He tripped, tumbled, and rolled, getting more tangled with every move. Sheriff Growler and his deputies rushed in. Sly Boots was caught, wrapped up like a ball of yarn. The stolen money was safe. The townspeople cheered. Dogwood was saved by brains, teamwork, and a little bit of yarn. Sly Boots, tangled and defeated, had to return every coin. Sheriff Growler stood tall, the town's hero. The townspeople cheered and patted his head. Sly Boots apologized, learning that stealing only brings trouble. Sheriff Growler reminded everyone, "It's better to be a good friend than a sneaky thief." Dogwood's happiness returned, brighter than ever. The bank was safe, and so were the townspeople's smiles. Sly Boots learned his lesson and promised to change. Sheriff Growler wagged his tail, proud of his clever plan. The town celebrated with games and laughter. Peace was restored, thanks to one very good dog. Dogwood was safe again. Sly Boots watched, wishing he'd chosen kindness sooner. Sheriff Growler's badge shined in the sun. The townspeople knew they could always count on their hero. In Dogwood, doing the right thing was the greatest reward. The end. Woof.